Hi everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I shared with you my week 29 for 2014 in Project Life, but I realized I hadn't shared with you week 26 through 28, so I thought I would just quickly go through that. It is starting with a new binder, so here's just kind of what I did to say it, and it just says Project Life continued and a little doily, so really simple. Week 26, I'm going to go by really fast, and sorry the light's not very great. It's not the best day out here. So, and if you can hear noise, it's just my neighbors upstairs. They're just playing around. There's two little kids upstairs, so they're a little bit loud. But week 26 is from June 22nd to June 28th of 2014. And so I just did some little decoration, nothing exciting. And then this two pockets, there's a picture of Sean and Jackson, and it's really hard to see, but Jackson is super happy that he's playing with Daddy, and I just stamped an unforgettable moment on that and used a frame. And then this is a picture of Jackson and I on Sean and Daddy. Jackson and Daddy. Oh, see, this isn't my day. We are on a ferry headed to Victoria, and so his little face is all squished up and it's cold and he doesn't want to be out there, but he was good boy and let my mom take a picture of us. So that's what that one is. And down here is this cute picture I caught of Jackson, and I did this picture because I accidentally called Jackson Zach, which is my oldest nephew. So down here I just wrote, first mom fail, I called Jackson Zach. Oops, sorry babe. So just kind of funny, and the way that picture looked, I just thought it worked really well. A selfie of myself and just something to kind of fill out the page. So I just did a couple things, and this just says happy, happy, happy. And then this is all kind of about the same stuff. So this is Sean on the ferry. And so I was able to add some anchors and the fact that it was summertime. And I just wrote my view and S for Sean. The journaling about why we went to Victoria. So both of my nephews they're in different leagues because of their ages. And they had football championships going on, and both teams won. So that was really exciting. So this is Zach, which is what the Z is for. And the yellow you can't really see, but it's just their jersey number. So it says 4. And then T and 10. And that's my nephew Tristan. And then this side, I have another one of these silly Simple Stores pockets that, like I said, I'll never buy again. But I just decorated it by calling it summertime. And then up here is just a picture of Jackson and myself. And it just says, morning cuddles are my favorite right now. Dated it, put happy days, and a little bit of this. So pretty simple. And then this is talking about Germany playing the USA for the World Cup, and Germany won, and then the date. So I keep trying to add this because Sean is all about soccer, so I try to have a little bit of Sean in here. And this is also about the World Cup, but what it is this player right here, his name is Luis Suarez, and he plays for Liverpool, or he might not anymore, but plays for Liverpool, which is Sean's favorite soccer team when it's not the World Cup. And their country was playing Italy, and he bit the Italian player and tried to get away with it. And this is the third time he did it, and he got in trouble, and it was crazy. And he got suspended for 4 months, which meant he could not do the opening games for Liverpool. So it was a really big deal. But anyway, so I just kind of caught that because we were watching that and we just couldn't believe we saw what we saw. It was crazy. And then my normal weather day card. And this is a picture of Sean is holding Kira, but the picture is about Kira. So anyways, I just filled up the space with Life is Beautiful. And then the recap about what happened that week. So pretty simple. And then week 27 is from June 29th till July 5th. So Canada Day is within this. And so here's just this cute picture of Sean and Jackson, and they're just smiling at each other. And Jackson is working on getting himself to sit up. Doing kind of tummy time is kind of what that's about. And then here is a picture of Jackson sleeping, and I just wrote, it's been so hot lately, the only thing Jackson sleeps in is his diaper. And I just did a process video about him doing this as well, so I'll link that below if you want to check that out, because it's really funny that he does that. So I just used this little thing that says summer is here, and it just documents that. And then this is, we did a family movie night where we watched The Heat, and we're home a lot, but we don't actually watch movies together. And Jackson was up and was watching it with us, so we just kind of documented that. And around the thing, I just wrote nothing better than cuddles and a movie with my two favorite guys. And then here is a picture. It's just this cute picture of Jackson, so nothing too exciting. I just put a frame around it, which says I love you more. Added this little tab, and then some just little wood veneers, and this one's falling down, so I'll have to fix that. Another weather, a filler card, and another filler to just kind of fill up this big space. But I like the red to represent Canada Day. And then this is just an insert that I haven't finished, but all the pictures are in and ready to go. And then here is, Jackson was showing Sense of Teething. So on July 4th, we just kind of spent the entire day in bed, and he slept most of the day. So I just sat and watched YouTube videos and while he was sleeping, and then when he wasn't, we were just kind of cuddling. So here's me. I'm watching the YouTube videos. You can't see it, but it's really hard. But Jackson's right there, and a really, of course, because it's dark, so you can't really see much. And that's that. The recap of the week. Another selfie. My card to represent Canada Day. Another selfie. Another filler that just says hello sunshine. And then something about how it's just kind of, I love his little feet. And so and then this picture is about the fact that it may be messy, but this is home, because he tears up our house, but it's our home, and that's what happens when you have a little child. So that's kind of just what that represents. And then the last card is just talking about how I was starting to do home workouts again, and it was silly to start doing that in the middle of summer, but I did. And I just used some washi tape on and then the card. So pretty simple. These cards are kind of boring, but here goes to week 28, and I love week 28. This is one of my favorite spreads that I've done. So I just, once again, titled week 28, and it says Summer Love. And then I have these little tiny pictures to represent summer. So the weather, Jackson's sticking out his tongue because he started to do that, and then his little toes. And then I did a bunch of the best summer ever, and then I titled it, or I dated it, so July 6th through July 12th. And then here is just documenting that I got to scrapbook, so it just says fun scrappy time. A filler card, because I loved this card and I didn't want to do too much to it. Here's a picture of Jackson on his jolly jumper, so I just titled it Lots of Fun. Another filler card that says Happy, Happy, Happy. Here is Jackson trying to help Grandpa order. So that was pretty cute. We went to IHOP with Sean's dad and stepmom. So I loved how he was like, oh, I'll help you, Grandpa. And then I love this one. It just says, a good day for a summer walk. And we did. We went for a nice, lovely walk out in the sunshine. So here's just a simple picture of Jackson, and then him smiling up at me, and a tree with all the pretty flowers. And then a selfie, and then a picture of him sleeping in my arms. So pretty simple, but I like the way that those turned out. And then here is a collage. We went to go see Sean's brother coach his baseball team. So we went out and had a great day in the sunshine, and it was beautiful out. So just kind of a collage of that with the picture I took of Sean and myself with the journaling about that. I finally got a chance to clean out Jackson's cupboard, so I kind of did a little bit of journaling about that. I made a little banner and dated it and all of that. Here is a picture of Jackson laughing at his grandma, so that was pretty cute, and it just says in love and over the moon. And then another filler, my weekly card, and then this is about when I got my hair cut, so it just says my new do. And I believed that she believed in possibilities, fab, this is me, I heart this, and all of that. So really simple, but I loved the way that this week had turned out. And then, of course, I shared with you week 29. So that's where I'm at. I just kind of realized I had forgotten to share and thought I would come back and share those couple of weeks with you. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see everyone next time. Bye.